Hello ENC 91 students, this is Professor Bloomberg. Hope you're doing well. Hope that the second Biterm is off to a good start for you. It's been great to look at your progress so far. And the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the coursework for week 3, and keep in mind that we have 8 total weeks in our second Biterm, so this is week 3. I'm on our Blackboard homepage, and from the Blackboard homepage I am going to click on weekly assignments, and from weekly assignments I'm going to click on the week 3 coursework folder. And what I'm going to do in this video is just walk you through the expectations for the coursework this week. We have the PDF file of the week 3 coursework. It's the same as the Word document. I'll just click on it and we'll take a look at your assignments this week. Reposition the camera a bit so that we can get everything in. Okay, so readings from all over but the shouting for narrative essay. Well, we're going to look in just a minute at the narrative essay assignment sheet, and we'll talk about it. Please note that there's another video as well that walks you through the pre-writing assignment that's due this week related to the narrative essay. All over but the shouting, please read the prologue, the chapters 2 through 4, 15 through 51. You want to make sure you look that over. The prologue, of course, is what you read last week along with chapter 1. Please note that these are reading assignments only, and they should be the first task that you complete. Submitted assignment, pre-writing activity, and I have already uploaded for you a video that's going to walk you through the pre-writing assignment. Please note the due dates for all things this week. Monday, April 6th, no later than 11:59 p.m., and that's the same for this submitted assignment. Now please note that this is a pre-writing activity, that the actual essay is not due till next week, so this is just a way for you to get ideas and really start working later, going into next week, on the actual rough draft of the paper. Blackboard's discussion assignments, you have 2 this week. The first one relates to the narrative essay topic, and we'll look at the instructions on that in just a moment. And all over but the shouting, chapters 2 through 4. And remember that all discussion board assignments are due by midnight Monday, April 6th. But note too that you need to have a reply to posting of your own along with the reply to a classmate's posting. And if I can just readjust the camera a little bit, you'll see also that the My Writing Lab is on tap this week, and we're looking at a brand new module. This is the Craft of Writing module. And again, we're going to be working at about a module per week, so go ahead and begin work and finish that up, the Craft of Writing module. If you have questions about the My Writing Lab or anything listed here, feel free to send me an email. I'll readjust the camera one more time, and I'm going to go back up to the top, and I'm going to go back to the week 3 folder. And I want to spend just a minute looking at the assignment sheet. So let's look at that very briefly. It says a narrative essay tells a story. In telling the story, the writer has a larger goal: to explain how the story played an important part in his or her life. For more details, please see pages 146, chapter 7, in Narrative and Descriptive Writing. Remember that story is only a term used. You are to write about a real-life experience. Since your essay must be original and your life stories are individualized with no two exactly the same, I have given for you on the sheet some topics that you may or may not choose to write about. And I have received some emails, or at least one email from a student who wanted to go in a slightly different direction, and that is definitely encouraged as long as the topic does relate to narrative mode. So, great accomplishments of my life, how being in kindergarten prepared me for college, how I define true love, when I'm bored, this is how I cure it, the greatest day I've ever lived. So again, these are just sample topics, but if you're really struggling to think of what you can write about, feel free to use one of those topics. The paper should be at least 2 pages long, double-spaced, using 12-point Times New Roman font with 1-inch margins. I'll certainly be looking at the grammar in detail as I examine your drafts. So please note that the pre-writing assignments due Monday, April 6th by midnight. And we'll have more details as we get into next week, but the rough draft of the narrative essay is due Monday, April 13th, and it must be a completed draft. So if you have questions, feel free to let me know, shoot me an email, and we can definitely talk about it. I'll scroll back over for the week 3 folder. Once you look at the assignment sheet, you might want to check out the pre-writing assignment video. This will introduce you to what I'm looking for in the assignment. Just note that this is a video I shot earlier for my 16-week class, so the due dates may be a little bit different, but I think the gist of the video will be helpful to you. If I readjust camera again, narrative pre-writing assignment you can submit here, and it's the same way you submitted your thesis assignment last week. You're just going to click on the tab, and once you have typed and saved the work, you will just click on the Browse My Computer option to attach the file, and then on the bottom, you can't see it from this picture view, but on the bottom right hand side of your page you'll see a blue button for Submit, and you just need to push that. Okay. Also out of the view of the camera right now is the My Writing Lab at the Learning Path. That is a direct link into My Writing Lab on the weekly folder. I'm going to click on it, and the camera will readjust a bit. And what I want to do is just show you the craft of writing. It is 8 topics, starting with, ironically enough, getting started, into the writing process, and it goes all the way down to editing the paragraph. Some of you still seem as though you may be a little bit confused about the lab. I just want to note that you do have to do all 8 penciled topics, and do work through a recall and apply before you take a post test. Now, if you do well on all of those and you master, then by all means go on to the next topic. But if you find you're not mastering, you're hitting some struggle, you will need to slow down and work through another recall and apply before you take your second and last post test for each topic. I think these are the things that I wanted to cover here in the video, but if you have any questions, let me know. I didn't take you through the discussion board assignments, but I feel as though that's something you're probably getting a little more comfortable with. But if not, always email me. I'm very open to help you in any way I can. Just so you know, this is week number 3 of 8-week Biterm, so the semester is moving pretty fast. Workload is getting a little heavier, and that's just kind of the nature of the class, that things are going to be a little heavier and move fast because we're taking 16 weeks of work and condensing it down to 8 weeks. So work diligently. I appreciate the work that you are doing. If you have questions, let me know. And we'll follow up soon with the video next week when we start a whole new series of coursework. Take care and good luck.